Hi guys, so we are starting. So if you have any technical difficulties, blame it on me. I'm terrible with technology, so just you know. In any case, I'm really happy that we are having this SCOPH update webinar, and hopefully you are here in a very large number or you're watching by the YouTube. So the point of this is to share a couple of things with you and also to update you about what's happening. Together with me, we have Eleonora Frau, who is a regional assistant for SCOPH Europe.
Hey everyone.
And we also have Skander Esafi, who is liaison officer for public health issues.
Hello everyone, I'm the PowerPoint presentation.
He is the PowerPoint presentation, and he is the technologically savvy guy who can do everything. We are terrible with technology. Oh, and joining in late, we have our dearest RA for Asia Pacific, Iris Saim. I'm terrible with the pronunciations as well as it figures. Hello, Iris. Thank you for joining. Okay, so to start, this is a SCOPH update webinar. It's the idea developed by the current SCOPH international team, and it will serve the purpose of informing you about different activities that SCOPH IT is trying to do, and also to make you aware about the international days and happenings in the next couple of months. Hopefully, we will have 3 of these webinars in this year, and maybe the next IT will continue the tradition. During the whole meeting, you can ask questions. Feel free to ask questions at any time. Oh, we also have another RA coming on, popping in late, and that's Aline, RA for Americas, joining us from Quebec. So at any, hi, sorry. Go ahead, Aline.
Oh, present myself?
No, just say hi.
Oh, hi.
So at any point you can ask any questions that you might have, and we can start with the presentation. So first slide, please, Kandit. So this is just the agenda that we have for today. The first one is introduction. The second one is annual working plan, where we have a chance to go into details about annual working plan developed by the SCOPH international team. The second is the timeline of the year. The fourth one is the World Diabetes Day, which is coming up soon. The fifth one is November, or No Shave November. The sixth point is the public health newsletter. And then we have COP21, NCDs and Youth Consultation, which is external events. Aline, could you mute your microphone, please?
Yeah, sorry.
Sure, thanks. Which is an external event that will be covered by Skander. And in the end, we have a portion set aside for your questions and answers, so feel free to send them at any time. Can we have the next slide, please? So just to quickly introduce the SCOPH international team, we have me, Jozo, from Croatia. I am your current SCOPH director. Then we have Skander, who is LPH. You heard, here's the presentation. We have Aline from Americas, also from Quebec. Iris from Taiwan, who is regional assistant for Asia Pacific. Omnea, who is unfortunately not here. She's the regional assistant for EMR. Ian, who is regional assistant for Africa, and Eleonora, who is a regional assistant for Europe. We will share. You'll probably already have our emails, but if not, we'll share it with you once again. You can always contact us about any questions that you might have, and we are always here to serve you and to help you with any inquiries you might have. Okay, next slide, please. So yes, let's go into details about annual working plan. Sorry, just a second. Let's go into details about the annual working plan. So the public health annual working plan is separated into two groups: internal capacity and external representation. So I hope you can see it. But let's start with internal capacity. So one thing that we wanted to do this year, we heard a lot about people saying that they want to know about what's happening in SCOPH in other countries. And at the GA, people always not say complain, but suggest that we have more time allocated for people sharing different activities from different countries and having that network of people knowing what's happening in different parts of the world. So what we wanted to do, and the ideas that we came up to make this happen, is we developed 4 activities. One is to produce a SCOPH monthly journal or newsletter. So this newsletter will actually be shared with you once a month. We will have a first one in November, hopefully by the end of the November or the beginning of the December. It will be the digest from the news shared in the Facebook IFMSA group. It will also have, we will ask all the MPOs and all the SCOPH enthusiasts from each region to write a short article about things that were happening in their countries. And we will also have specific portions dealing with specific World Health Days. For example, in November, we will have a specific section dealing with the World Diabetes Day, and other sections will be regionally specific. So, for example, we'll have one section for the Americas, one section for Europe, one section for Asia Pacific, and so on and so on. It will also have an external part, which will be written by Skander, and it will share and the things that will be that would be shared in that part will be everything that's happening with public health externally. Not everything, but the important things. The second thing that we are discussing, and hopefully we'll do it by the end of the November as well, is creation of the MPO mailing list. So the MPO mailing list will be sort of a small, it will be a list for all MPOs, and international team will communicate with the MPOs via this list about the decisions that SCOPH IT is making. So all the MPOs can give their input to the decisions. Specifically, to give you an example, during the amendments of the SCOPH manual, which is something SCOPH regulations, pardon me, which we are planning to do this year, you will have a chance, if you're an MPO, you will have a chance to give a direct input to the international theme. Also, we'll share different news and different things that we need your input in, and also you can give input to the work of the SCOPH international team directly through this mailing list. The third one is to host quarterly regional online meetings between RAs and national SCOPH representatives. So basically, your RAs will notify you about it, but we'll have 4 or 3, I'm not sure. Yeah, 3. We will have 3 online meetings. No, 4, sorry. 4 online meetings where you'll have a chance to talk with the people from your region and with your RA specifically. And then the 4th one is the SCOPH update webinar. We are having that right now, and it will be hosted in October, March, and August. We timed it out in March and August because of the General Assembly. So the people who didn't have chance to go to the General Assembly also have a feeling of what happened at the General Assembly and what decisions were made regarding SCOPH, and to get updates from the General Assembly. The second part is capacity building. So it's also important to build capacity building within the public health field, and it's something that we want to actively do this year. So we have several activities. First of which is to develop toolkits for specific international days. This will be done by the IT in the collaboration with either external partners of IFMSA or program coordinators of IFMSA. First such toolkit we are developing right now, and you will have a chance to hear about it in a short while when we talk about World Diabetes Day. We also want to update the SCOPH manual. It was updated last year by the previous SCOPH international team, and we want to continue the great work that they've done. But the thing that we also want to add is an educational annex, which would be not a separate document, but a document attached to the SCOPH manual, which will give you information about public health issues such as climate change and health, diabetes, and all of these things. And then you can use it both to educate volunteers who are participating in your projects, because it will be a very simple overview of the public health side of a specific medical issue. And also it will serve to you, all the SCOPH enthusiasts who already know everything, to jog your memory a bit, but also it will be a nice tool for you to educate others. The third thing that we are planning is SCOPH networking. So SCOPH networking is something that we started in Europe last year. It's the partnership between two or more NMOs, or actually SCOPH national teams, where they exchange ideas, motivate each other, talk about similar problems that they might face in their own countries. And this will serve for people both to have capacity building, but also to raise awareness about SCOPH, what's happening in public health field in other countries. One of such partnership or networking is SWIMSA Switzerland and Denmark, IMCC Denmark. Ella is the one of the two first MPOs who participated in such in the partnership. So she can tell you more about her experience if she wants. Do you want to tell them more about your experience, Ella?
Yeah, basically, of course, if the fact of choosing partners doesn't mean that you're limited to communicating with one NMO. It's just about reinforcing the sort of SCOPH family, the motivation, the idea that we're sharing between each other. And as RA for Europe, I've also been putting most of my energy initially in pushing for the partnership. And so far, I've communicated with 23 of the European countries. So working hard, and yeah, I think we're going to have a lot more partners within the next 2 months.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's clear enough or.
Yeah, as Ella said, it's a very important topic. While you will get one or two SCOPH networking partner, you won't be limited to communicate with others. But these people or these national teams will be, well, let's say yours to communicate with, and you can always go to them for advices and in specific situations and so on. While it's only in Europe now, in next couple of months we are planning an expansion to all the other regions. So MPOs from all the other regions, stay tuned, because you will get spam emails about SCOPH networking, and we will spam you until you fill the questionnaire. Of course, just to clarify, you're not obligated to participate in SCOPH networking, but it will be a nice thing for you to get to know people from other countries and to share ideas and to motivate each other to strive for better. The next thing we have is to have public health webinars in appropriate occasions. So we will develop these webinars according to the call for input, results of the call for input for the annual working plan. I have an infographic that I will share with you soon. But basically, the topics that people are very interested in are climate change and health, are also infectious diseases. So we will try to organize as much as webinars on these specific topics. The next thing that we have is promoting public health trainings in all regions. So you will see that in a little while, you will see that we have a specific point about public health trainings. But one thing that we want to do is promote public health trainings in all regions. So if any of you who are watching are planning to do public health trainings, please don't hesitate to contact us. We will help you with all the materials and with everything that you need. You can share your agenda with us. We can give you input. So we'll try to promote it as much as we can. The next is to create a follow-up and evaluation and reporting within the SCOPH. And it's something that all the IT is working on to see how the MPOs can give follow-up and evaluation to us, and also to develop an easy way to report about your actions and your activities. The seventh activity, and I feel like I'm speaking about activities a lot. It's getting in my mind. The seventh activity is to build capacity on programs during regional meetings and GAs. You will see that there's a lot of confusion regarding programs and how to get involved in programs, how to get your activities within the programs. So we think it's very important to have specific sessions about programs at each regional meeting and at each GA, so there won't be any confusion, and that you will get programs more, because they are a really, really good thing to have, and it will make both our and your work much easier. The activity number 8 Okay, is to create specific. Our presentation is going too fast for me. To create specific infographics for different occasions. So we already created one for Mental Health Day. I hope you saw it. Um, uh, Today or tomorrow we are also publishing one for the breast cancer. In November we will have one for November. We find infographics really interesting source of materials, and I think they are very eye-catching, so we want to do as many of them as possible because they are easy to share and people really like them. So and it's the easiest way to get the message across. If you have any ideas about the infographics or you want to do an infographic, you can always contact the SCOPH International team and we will work together on it. Okay, next slide. The expected outcome tree is a structural reform. So the SCOPH that we have now is very well. It has a very well established structure. It functions very well, but we think for the sustainability of SCOPH, we have to have a clear structure and clear guidelines on some things. The first thing that we will do is to update the SCOPH regulation and provide opportunities to amend it both before March meeting and August meeting. As you see some of the things in the regulations, I don't know how many of you read it, but some of the things need to be changed, and we will do this before the March meeting, and we will have a long discussion during March meeting about SCOPH regulations and what SCOPH regulations are supposed to be like and what should be put in SCOPH regulation. The second activity that we want to do is to further develop and update public health training guidelines. In last couple of years, we've seen a boom of public health trainings. So we want to develop clear guidelines on what can be called public health trainings and also what can be expected from the SCOPH International team when organizing a public health training. So one idea that we are currently developing as well is, let's say, centralized public health trainings, which is not actually public health trainings, but it's a sort of a leadership training in public health, where you'll hopefully will have it by March meeting. Where you'll have a chance to participate in it and develop leadership skills specifically connected to the public health. The activity number 3 is to update and develop guidelines and regulation for SCOPH Exchange. The SCOPH Exchange is a really popular thing within SCOPH, and there are many NMOs and many MPOs, National Public Health Offices, interested in participating and developing SCOPH Exchange. Currently, there are handful of NMOs who do have SCOPH Exchange, and SCOPH Exchange and what is called SCOPH Exchange is really different from a country to a country. So what we want to do is develop guidelines on what can be called SCOPH Exchange, and we'll of course look for your input on this as well through the MPO mailing list. We'll hopefully be quick enough so we can add SCOPH Exchange maybe to the SCOPH regulation, but that's also something that we need to discuss prior to the amendments of the SCOPH regulations. The fourth expected outcome that we have is ensuring quality of SCOPH sessions. So we will send a call for input at least 30 days before every regional meeting and GA. We'll set the agenda for the RM, and in accordance to that call for input, and we will evaluate everything so the next regional meeting and the GAs are as good as they can get. Thank you. I think we are moving to the external section, so Skander, you can take the wheel.
Hi everyone. I hope I can make it by talking and being the presentation itself. So yeah, I'll be very quick. So again, I'm Skander from Tunisia, and I'm the liaison officer for public health issues, and I'll be presenting to you the external section of the annual working plan on public health. So as you might know, the position of LPH is kind of a bridge between the internal and the external level, and we'll be trying to provide as many opportunities to the internal level, but also raise the voice of SCOPHians and IFMSA members externally. So this summarizes the 3 expected outputs put in this annual working plan. So the first one is to raise awareness on public health externally, but within IFMSA. The second one is the collaboration with public health externals, and the third one is public health at IFMSA events. So for the first output, I would like to open consultations on the main public health topics that are raised internationally once every 2 or 3 months. So for example, there will be the NCD's dialogues that will happen within the 2 next months, and we're looking forward to launching a consultation with all the IFMSA members to get as much input as possible and try to raise it throughout these dialogues. So this will happen soon, and I will talk more about it later. Uh, Also, there will be other meetings where it might not be possible to have IFMSA representation, but there will be specific consultations where we want to provide input on behalf of IFMSA. So that this is why we are looking to get a lot of input virtually. The second activity is having an external section news from partners in the public health newsletter. So as Yozo mentioned, there will be a section on external or on news partners. So we would like to share with you the news that are mostly relevant to your work and how you can engage with the things that are happening externally. The third activity is taking part in organizing the public health webinars on NCDs, climate change, rural health, social determinants of health, mental health, and antimicrobial resistance. So from the previous term, these and for this one as well, these were the themes that were voted as the ones where SCOPHians would like to get more interested in, and also in line with the different programs that were adopted, we would like to raise more awareness on these topics and also invite externals to talk in these meetings. And as Yozo mentioned, this will be organized together with the SCOPH International team and the program coordinators, so that we would like to link between the current status of our work in those topics, but also how can we get more support from the external level, and whether it's through providing toolkits or trainings or yeah, like a second hand from other professional NGOs. The fourth activity would be to prepare delegates for external meetings, mainly from the public health partners. It would be the United Nations Framework on Climate Change Convention, the UNFCCC, the World Federation of Public Health Associations, WFPHA, the NCD Alliance, that is mainly founded by the biggest NCD organizations. That is the World Heart Federation, the International Diabetes Federation, the World Lung Foundation, and the Union Against Cancer. And finally, WHO-specific events that are mainly related to public health. And in my quality of LPH, I'm the focal point for these events and these like entities. So I would like to prepare IFMSA delegations so that they can attend it and also take part in the great adventure of IFMSA representation in those events. As a second output, it will be collaboration with the public health externals on a regular basis, and this is where you see that I will have to fill it in every month, except for this month, since I'm getting more I'm getting acquainted with how everything works, but also introducing myself to those externals. So the first activity would be to reach out for IFMSA public health partners and newsletters at least once monthly. So there are several newsletters also taking place within our partners, and they offer us opportunities to contribute by sharing articles or experiences or activities that we're doing at the internal level. So I'll be reaching out for you if you want to contribute through IFMSA, or also share different international activities that we are doing. For example, the World Diabetes Day that can be shared with the International Federation on Diabetes. The second activity would be finding specific public health opportunities for members at the national or sub-regional level, at least for two regions monthly. So different opportunities can be provided through partners or several external organizations, and this can be attendance at meetings of your country or of your region. It can be scholarships or fellowships at the NGOs of question, or trying to contact specific partners so that we can see what can be provided for our medical students at the international level. Usually organizations are pretty much enthusiastic by knowing that medical students are getting more and more active, and by seeing such a need to get more active, we will sure push to get more opportunities provided. So I will keep you posted on it, and we'll try to make it as much inclusive in terms of regional representation as possible. The third activity will be to look for recognition of our programs and campaigns by foundations and external partners. This might be a little bit difficult, especially at the start, because some of the organizations, in order to become members of them, we have to pay a very expensive fee, and this is why we need to find other doors so that we can get more recognition of our visibility, and we're getting this, for example, through the NCD Alliance that provides us a good platform for youth NGOs, and this is one of the key steps that we are looking forward, especially through the dialogues that are taking place in the 2 next months. And then for the programs, this would also be a door for us to collect all of the data that can be reflected at the international level, and this way we can share it with those partners so that they can see exactly what we're doing, instead of just having a lot of information that it is not centralized. And finally, the third output, expected output, would be public health at IFMSA events, so namely the regional meetings, the general assemblies, and the let's say sub-regional trainings or public health trainings. So I'll be happy to share as many relevant events with the organizers at IFMSA public health events, whether it's trainings, regional meetings, and GAs. Also helping and organizing myself pre-GAs and pre-regional meetings in collaboration with the public health partners, so that they can support those events by inviting speakers or by funding themselves the event. The third activity would be to invite public health partners and GAs for our GAs and RMs. So this would be according to official partnerships that we have with specific external organizations, but also with other partners that are very keen on getting involved in our meetings and also contributing throughout these events. And finally, preparing a policy statement review and propose new or updated policy statements related to public health. So as you might know, we have a database of policy statements that some of them are getting to expire every GA, and this is where we have to update them according to the new data that has been launched, or to see if these issues are still considered as a priority within IFMSA or not. And for others, they might be not expired, but we still feel the need to update them because a lot of things have been changed in terms of our priorities, but also the topics themselves at the international level. And finally, the policy statements that are still relevant and we are not using them in the right way, whether we are not we are not talking on behalf of IFMSA in those topics at the external level, and we are key on reviewing them and see where can we use those policy statements at the external level. I think, yeah, this is it for the external representation. If you have any question, I'll be happy to respond in the chat or afterwards at the end of the webinar.
Yeah, if you have any questions after each sections, you can ask them and we'll answer them right away. If not, we can wait until the end and you can ask them then. Please feel free to ask them at any time. We can move to the next slide, and that's the calendar for the upcoming months. While these are only some days that we will celebrate in the upcoming month, they are the most important one in our eyes. We are of course open to the suggestion to other health days that you might want to celebrate. The first one is, of course, the World Diabetes Day, celebrated on the 14th of November. The second one is the World Children's Day, celebrated and commemorated on 20th of November, to commemorate the creation of the Convention on the Right of the Child. The third one is the Antimicrobial Resistance Week, it's actually European Week. And it's from the 16th of November to 22nd of November. We'll celebrate it together with the International Student Association, Pharmaceutical Student Association, and Veterinary Student Association. So it will be about interprofessional collaboration. It will probably be infographics that then it will be easy for you to share it with the people from your own countries. And the fourth one is the World Universal Health Day, which is celebrated on the 12th of December. We'll have a toolkit developed by the Universal Health Coverage organization, and it will be a nice tool for you to educate yourself about the universal health coverage problems regarding universal health coverage, and also how to advocate for the universal health coverage. Also, in the upcoming 3 months or 4 months, we have 3 regional meetings. One of them, and the first one, is the African regional meeting happening in Rwanda, Kigali, on December, starting on December 18th and ending on the 22nd of December. The second one is, and I'm terrible with the date, so you'll have to excuse me. It's by the end of January. We have American regional meeting.
17th, 22nd.
17th to 22nd of January. We also have a pre-regional meeting event, a training in public health leadership that will be delivered by Skander and Aline. And we have a regional meeting in Eastern Mediterranean region, which is the end of January as well. Okay, we can move to another slide. Yes, the World Diabetes Day. So the World Diabetes Day is one of the biggest events in SCOPH usually, because a lot of NMOs, as I said, have projects and have activities in this specific field. So last year there was an online campaign where people put blue circles on their profile picture to raise awareness about the diabetes. So the thing that we did this year, we developed a toolkit that will be published today. And it will guide you through different activities that you can do, and evaluation process for how to do evaluation, because it's important to evaluate your activities so you can improve upon them. Also, I don't know if you knew this, but this year, or actually next year's World Health Day will be in regards to diabetes. So the World Health Day of 2016 will be the theme of the World Health Day in 2017 is diabetes. So after this World Diabetes Day, we'll ask you to share with you your articles about your projects. So we will annex them to the toolkit, so we can reuse this toolkit for the World Health Day, so people have a comprehensive and a better look on what happened in the world, so they can get ideas what to do in their own countries. We are also open to every idea that you might have, and we would love to hear what you're planning. So if you have an activity plan for the World Diabetes Day, please let us know, so we can help you with both organizing, giving you our feedback, giving you our suggestions. Or if you want to do something but you're not quite sure, first check the toolkit, and then you can contact us by email or by Facebook. We are always there, so you can just send us like, guys, I need you, please help me do something for World Diabetes Day, and we'll try to figure it out somehow. Okay, we can move to the next slide. Do you have any questions up till now? Okay, no questions. Before we move to November, I would like to talk to you about Breast Cancer Week, Breast Cancer Month, which was October. So both of this action, November and Pink October, which is a Breast Cancer Awareness Month, were celebrated jointly by SCOPH and SCORA, because it's a very big public health issue, and it's not just related to reproductive health. It's also reproductive health is also public health. So we decided it would be best to join our efforts because we are stronger together. So what was done for Pink October is that people shared pictures with pink ribbons, and also with the specific hashtag, which was fasten your pink ribbons. Yeah. And there was a specific site created where there were educational information about breast cancer, and also we will share infographics soon. Iris helps create the infographics for SCOPH, and it's really good. So let's move to November. So November, or No Shave November, is a month of celebration where, or actually commemorating and raising awareness about male reproductive diseases, mainly the prostate cancer and testicular cancer. We are also doing it together with SCORA. So the thing that we will do, and we encourage everybody to join us, and also encourage everybody to share with their NMOs, because everybody who is in SCOPH and SCORA and IFMSA can join. So we are institutionalizing we are putting forward the competition on who can grow the biggest mustache. So you will be encouraged, or beard, we are not discriminating. So you will share your pictures online with us, but also there's a specific rules on when you can participate in the competition, because when you share the picture, you also need to share a fact about prostatic cancer or testicular cancer, or actually any male reproductive disease, because we want this to be meaningful and not just people sharing their facial hair, because growing facial hair is just to remind or to raise awareness about the diseases of the male reproductive system. And it's interesting why they choose to grow beard. It's because people who have reproductive cancers in some cases cannot grow beards. So basically, it's to raise awareness about that. So to emphasize once again, it's not only to grow a beard and share it on Facebook to be cool. It's also about educating people to why you are doing it. So it's very important to share specific facts. It will be all information will be shared with you soon. This is just a preview. Okay, we can move to the next slide. Newsletter. We already talked a lot about the newsletter. One thing that I want to emphasize is we really want you to share your projects with us. It's really important for everybody, for SCOPH globally, to have you MPOs, LPOs, general SCOPH members, anybody sharing the projects you did with us. You will have specific sections for each region, as I said. So if anything is happening, let's say in India, because I know we have people from India joining us, that will be in Asia Pacific section, and people from Asia Pacific section will see it, but also people from all the other parts of the world will see it. It's a great tool to communicate and to summarize what happened during the SCOPH, because not everything is shared in the IFMSA SCOPH group, the Facebook group. So we want this to be an unofficial, let's say, letter where people will share their projects. And it will also be nice for the institutional memory, because, let's say, moving 2 years ahead, people can search for that newsletter and find specific projects and details about specific projects. And starting new ones based on those projects will be much easier. So you can also share news about anything that's related to public health, but we want to put emphasis on the projects, because it's important to have communication about what's happening in different countries. Next slide, please. Next slide.
I don't know what I've done, but wait. So hi, this is me. But can you wait for a second? So yeah, I think it should be done. It should be okay now. Can you see? Yeah, perfect. So moving on to the consultation that I was talking to you about. So we will have 2 to 3, three external events happening in the 2 next months. So the first one is on your right, which is the NCD Advocacy and Accountability in the post-2015 era, which is organized by the NCD Alliance that I was talking to you about previously. And it's basically how do we envision advocating for NCD with all the relevant parties involved, from the member states, from the NGOs, from the private sector. How can we all get involved in combating NCDs with all the tools that are being used, and how can we be effective in our work? So this forum will happen between the 13th and the 15th of November in Sharjah in the UAE, and we'll be having our Vice President on External Affairs, Ms. Cornelia Macevichute, present there, and she will help us raising the voice of of the youth together with the youth NGOs present at this forum, and this is why we would like to organize a consultation prior to this event, kind of really explaining what is the current issue and also getting your input to know exactly what are the youth and what are medical students looking for to get more involved, to kind of think more globally by acting locally. So this consultation will be most probably happening by the end of next week. So watch out on the servers, and you'll be getting more information about it. This consultation would also prepare for World Health Organization NCD dialogue. So from 2 years ago, there was a global coordination mechanism that was created through the World Health Organization, and this was created based on a request from the member states and from the NGOs, since there is no proper mechanism that is current that was back then coordinating how NCDs are being managed. We'd only have the NCDs department and the World Health Organization headquarters, but it's not well measured how much of a work we should do. And this is where this initiative was launched, and there will be a dialogue that will happen in Geneva on the 30th of November and 1st of December to actually work on how should collaboration happen from north to south and between south and south. And this is a key challenge that will be discussed, and we are currently also facing this challenge at the IFMSA level. So by reflecting at those two levels, we would like to have more of your opinions into how this can happen at the international level and at the external level. So this is why a consultation is needed, to really get more of your opinion and also get you more involved in the discussion. So this is about NCDs. Moving on to the COP21, I hope that you have heard about all the recent achievements of the IFMSA in terms of climate change related conferences and negotiations. So as you might know, the COP is the Conference of Parties of the United Nations UNFCCC, a United Nations Framework on Climate Change Convention, and it's happening every year at the end of November and the start of December, so for 2 weeks. And for this one specifically that will happen in Paris this December, it will be a crucial one because there will be a binding document that will be voted by all the member states that have signed this or that are part of this convention. And this document will bind the member states so that they can implement measures in order to combat all the impacts and effects of climate change. And why we are in this platform is mainly to advocate for the climate change effects mainly on health and on the human rights to health. This is where we are mainly promoting all these effects and how can the stakeholders take part of the process, but also giving suggestions to the negotiators and doing literally lobbying with the negotiators so that our suggestions are heard. And we're also looking forward to see exactly what would you like perhaps to add, because such impact and such suggestions might change from a country to another, from a region to another, due to all the disasters and all the events happening throughout the world that might be different from a place to another. And again, this webinar will be happening right before the COP21, and we'll be introducing the delegation and what will be the task of the delegation during this event. And we are also looking forward to hearing from you, the people who have been to previous events, the people who are curious about specific topics, or the people who would like to, who might be just eager to provide more information if we are lacking some of them. So this is about the first sort of semester in IFMSA, what we're looking for at the public health level. And if there are more, of course, I will be sharing it with you through the server. So yeah, watch out for it. Yeah, if you can unmute yourself, Yozo.
Yeah. Okay. I'm terrible with technology, so I could have spoken for like 15 minutes without noticing that my microphone was off. We are. This is the thing that we wanted to inform you. We are coming to the questions and answers portion. So I don't know if there was anybody posting any questions. But if you haven't and you would like to, you can ask them now. It doesn't have to be in regards to the presentation specifically. It can be in regards to anything that happened. You can think about your questions for a bit, and we can have update from the regional assistants just about their region. So, Ella, would you like to share what's happening in Europe?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so Europe, basically, I've started. It's been about me understanding Europe a little bit because I'm terrible in geography. So I bought a map, and I've been checking out all the countries. I've been trying to get into contact with all the MPOs and giving them a little bit of information about what we're doing, and just literally starting all the basic work to then speed and get the network going. So all the NPOs I've been Skyping with have been filling out a networking form with information. So basically right now I've just been learning. That's what's been happening in Europe. I'm learning and getting inspired because everyone is amazing. Everyone I've been talking to has been incredible. And that's it.
Thank you, Ella, for sharing. And I know, Iris, you have problems with your voice, so we don't want to strain you. But I will give you an update on what's happening in different regions. So basically, this couple of months were actually spent in preparing and looking forward to the regional meetings. So for Africa, we are really preparing for the African regional meetings. I will be there, so if we have any members who will be joining us on African regional meeting, I'm hoping to meet you really soon, and I'm looking forward to it. Ian isn't unfortunately here, so he can't share with you, but we are looking forward to any input you might have about regional meetings, and we hope it will be the best one yet. Who knows? And it's the same for Americas. We have Skander and Alim preparing an amazing pre-regional meeting event, and also Skander will be there to help Alim with everything and to help with some sessions. But she will rock in any case. And we also have EMR happening. The regional meeting for EMR. We already discussed some topics, but we are also we will send you the call for input for the things that you might want to see if we have any EMR members watching. The European regional meeting and Asia Pacific regional meetings are really far away, so there's no need to worry about it yet. But oh yeah, we have. My question is, we have a question, but we are also looking forward to meeting you there. I'm sorry, I'm really easily distracted, obviously. Let me see. We have a question. Okay, how do you?
I think she still has to write part of it.
Okay.
That's my guess.
You can go, Yasin. Sorry. It's a very confusing platform, and me, I'm a technophobe, total technophobe, so I don't know how to use it.
What is the issue, Yozo?
I think like you can only, Yasin, if you can hear us, I think you should still type your question because I think you have a limited space, from what I figured, or you can just write your question in the comment section of the
or in the chat.
webinar. Or
Also in the chat.
is there a chat?
Yes, there's a chat.
Okay. Well. Oh, here she is. Hi, Karim. Thank you for everything. My question is, okay, we are answering a question from Karim, who is the MPO from IFMSA Morocco. He said, thank you for everything. My question is, where could we find information about international programs now? The database of the website is still not complete yet. That's correct. The website isn't complete yet. You can find information about the programs, about the programs that we adopted during the March meeting. And the one that is SCOPH related is NCDs and healthy lifestyles. But the information about all the others program will be available soon. If not, if you need specific information about a program, don't hesitate to contact me directly, so I can put you in contact with the appropriate program coordinator. But regarding the materials of the programs, they will be available on the ifmsa.org soon. I will share the one that we have now with you. Let me just find it. Okay. I will just share it in the comment section. Here you go. Yay. I hope that answers your question, Karim. If it's unclear still, you can you can send a question again to clarify it a bit more, or contact us after the webinar. Do we have any more questions, or we should like do something fun, like dance? I don't know, to entertain you.
Sounds so much fun, Ella.
Oh, yes. Karim, thank you. It's clear. Yay! Yeah, if you need something very urgent, you can contact us directly, and we will share the proposal or a contact of the program coordinator with you, Karim. Okay. Shall we wait for questions for a bit longer, or?
Is there any way to contact her in the instant chat?
I was having problem. How often will we have this webinar? Okay. So Yasin, she's from Turkey. She asked, how often will we have this webinar? Well, basically, in the annual working plan, the number of times that we thought about these webinars is 3 times a year. So the first one is now, and we'll have one after March meeting to update you on what happened during the March meeting and decision made during March meeting, and the things that will happen from March meeting to August meeting. And also one will be right after August meeting, where we'll update you on what happened during August meeting and decisions made during August meeting. I hope that clarifies your question. And of course, if there's a need to have another one, we'll try, like extra one, we will try to fit it in somehow. There's always a time to do that, but we will see as the year progresses. Seeing that, oh yes, we have Naren, who is from MSI India. He says, for the World Diabetes Day, we have a few programs planned. Who do we contact for the IFMSA program? Okay, thank you, Naren, for this question. So the person you can contact is NCD's program coordinator. Just a bit, but you can also find an involvement. Oh, you can find the activity enrollment form at the ifmsa.org. I will share the link with you right away. But also you will see in the World Diabetes Day Toolkit, we shared a link with you, or actually we shared a link with everybody. It's a specific thing written by the program coordinator, so it will be easy to involve. I'm not sure, to be honest, specifically what's the date. Iskander probably can help me. What's the date? What's the last date that activities have to be sent before enroll into program? Is it 3 weeks?
I don't know. Sorry.
We have to check that. We have to check that because there's a time frame on when the activity can join the program. So you can. I will share the link in the comment section. So here it is, and you can just click Marine on the NCDs and Healthy Lifestyles program, which is one related to diabetes. Now we have a question from Brian Roosevelt. And first of all, I have to apologize to Yasin, who is a male. So sorry for misgendering you. And thank you for your question once again. We have a question from Brian Trueswell. He says, my apologies for the inconvenience. For the program, it doesn't seem that all program coordinators have been selected. Can we still sign up for activities during this period, such as World Diabetes activities to the NCD program? Yes, there's not all of the program coordinators have been selected. However, the only one in SCOPH that hasn't been selected is the communicable diseases one, and we are currently in the third round of selections. But you can join the NCDs program because the NCDs program is the coordinator has been selected. It's Ms. Hanna Luchev. I will write you her email. I think it's I will Brian, if you can contact me by my email, and then I'll put you in contact with her specifically because the one for the NCDs has been selected and she's working. I hope that answers your question. Yes, I have an email here. Let me just copy paste it to you. This is the email of the NCDs program coordinator. Luchev. And you can send her an email CCing me or something. Oh yes, here she shared it herself. Do we have any more questions? Oh, we have MPO from IFMSA Brazil joining. Hi. In any case, if any of you are joining late, the link is available on YouTube, so you can watch the whole webinar again. If there are any more questions, we can conclude the webinar. Thank you so much for participating. We hope you got all the information that you wanted to have. And if anything was left unclear, you can contact us immediately or send us an email whenever, and we'll try to answer in the shortest period we possibly can. And we are looking for your feedback about SCOPH update webinar. We will be sending feedback form in a couple of days, and specifically to see how we can improve it and for you to get more information that you need. So a round of goodbyes. We can start with Ella.
Hi guys, and goodbye.
Okay, yeah. Skander, any last words?
Yeah, thank you so much for joining the webinar, and I hope that you'll have more questions for us, not specifically for this meeting, for this webinar, but even throughout the term.
Iris, can you say a couple of words? Or if you want to, is your throat okay? No? Okay. She's here she's joining us like she's physically present and present in spirit. So I want to end by wishing you all a happy Halloween, actually, to all of you who will get who will go out and trick or treat. And thank you for joining us once again, and talk to you soon. Bye.